Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in England.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Okereke in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
2nd and short. That's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to... Go play action if you're feeling it, and they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. Raymond Calais now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Kwity Paye. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now here's Ross. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week. You'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game. Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Now a dump off here complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now Wilson on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. After the sack on first down, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving
Keegan
yards.
in the house. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Thanks for tuning in.
That's why he's able to produce.
How you holding up?
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Oh, my Christmas was good. Remember, I had surgery.
That'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field.
So, yeah, I had surgery. You know, my tonsil surgery went good, so I've just been resting. Yeah, how was your Christmas? My voice may sound weird.
Colts territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Good.
Now Stafford.
Now, are you home? You traveling, or what do you got going
this
on?
Is caught. It's caught indeed. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on,
okay,
he's been
good for you.
awfully consistent.
Get some chill time at home.
Spectacular.
Sounds good.
Stafford on first down.
Well, it's nice you get some relaxed time in.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and send
My
himself
Colts
to
so
throw
far
the ball.
undefeated,
and as he
but
tried to do that, he was hit and
I'm getting
forced an
beat right now,
incompletion.
unfortunately.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up
Hopefully
on
we
that
can come
last
back
play.
and do something here.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down.
I'm not going to talk a whole lot, though, because it does hurt my voice some to talk. But I appreciate you tuning in.
And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league,
good for you guys.
40% on third down for offenses.
You get to see a nationally televised game. That's really cool.
Don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So a nice kick there as they.
So you were out pretty late last night.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here.
Did you like going to the game? Was that fun?
The touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Oh, sweet! That sounds fun.
Of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Indianapolis offense
New
ready
Year's
to
Eve
go
Pacers.
Again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You might see Mr. McKee there. He sits.
At the 33,
he goes to a lot of
a gain
games.
of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
There's some strong running there as he's down. Shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
So you've been playing any video games?
To their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk
Fortnite,
it over
maybe?
after picking up the first down.
Nice.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Give him 5 on the
Well, you've
carry
been
there,
playing.
and it'll be second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 16, nice. Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And they'll bring him down after
again, man.
Just a short pickup. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in. Yes. Jonathan Taylor, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break. Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
All right,
and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On third down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Hang on here. We got an injury. And, yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Kwity Paye make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. First and 10, Taylor now. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Rolling to his left. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 98 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go play action now. Wilson steps away, and that's caught left side. It's Woods. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Oh, and an injured member of the offense there. It's the quarterback, Zach Wilson, in some distress. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give to Taylor. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He'll buy some time right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Woods. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on. There is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley Cox. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. To throw again on second down. Stafford into the hands of Williams across the formation. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Stafford finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Kwity Paye. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Stafford looks to throw again. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A 10-play drive that time. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 121 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. Back to Taylor on 1st down. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take it. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Out of his end zone now is Calais. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been this entire game.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Stafford here. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now they're in the hurry up. To try again after the sack. Stafford, that's complete to his tight end Higbee. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Stafford.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 2nd down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.